Hello everyone, in this video we're going to draw a sparrow. Start by drawing a circle as a guide for the front part of the body. An easy way to draw a circle is to first make a couple of small marks to indicate the circle's height, and then on the sides make a couple more small marks to indicate the circle's width. Then connect the small marks using curved lines to finish the shape of the circle. You don't have to draw a perfect circle, but if you're having trouble drawing one, just trace the outer edge of a coin, a bottle cap, or anything else with a circular edge. On the top left side, draw another circle as a guide for the head. Make this circle about half the size of the first circle. The edges of the two circles should touch. Sketch lightly at first so that it's easy to erase if you make a mistake. Also, pause the video as you follow along to draw at your own pace. Draw a horizontal line across the middle of the head for a construction guide. To the left, draw a small triangular shape as a guide for the beak. Pay attention to the size of the beak in relation to the head. On the bottom right side, make a small mark for the first part of the lower section of the body. Connect the small mark to the big circle using curved lines to finish the guide for the lower section of the body. Connect the head to the body using a couple of sloping lines to create the guide for the neck. Make the line on the left more curved. On the right side of the body, draw a long rectangular shape as a guide for the tail. The tail is made up of two long sloping lines. The tail should be almost as long as the body. Under the body, draw a short sloping line as a guide for the leg. At the bottom, draw a short curved line as a guide for the toes. Now draw a long sloping line as a guide for a branch. Extend this line so that it's on top of the body. And that's it for the guidelines. Now let's start on the final drawing. Inside the head, lightly sketch a small circle for the eye. Place the eye on top of the horizontal construction guide and close to the center of the circle. When you get the size and position of the eye right, darken the shape. Inside the eye, off to the side, draw a tiny circle for a highlight. In the middle of the eye, draw a small circle and shade it in for the pupil. Draw a couple of curved lines around the eye for the bare skin. Darken the top edge of the triangular shape on the left for the first part of the beak. Make the line more curved than the guide. Draw a line across the shape for the beak's opening. Extend the line to the right so that it's inside the head and close to the eye. Darken the line at the bottom for the lower section of the beak. Draw a couple more curved lines for the base of the beak. Use the horizontal line as a guide when you draw the beak. Darken the basic path of the initial circle to create the shape of the head. Make the top of the head slightly flatter than the circle. Below the beak, draw a series of short angled lines for a feathery texture. Above the eye, draw a sloping line for the pattern on the head. Draw a series of wavy lines on the lower section of the head for the color separation on the feathers. This shape should take up a lot of space inside the head. Lightly sketch a long sloping line across the body for the folded wing. Extend the line to the right so that it's inside the tail. Draw a couple of short angled lines at the top to create a feathery texture. As you darken the line, curve the shape up near the middle to create the separation on the feathers. Make the bottom part of the wing thin. Curve the tip of the wing so that it's not too pointy. Draw the shape of the foot using the guide at the bottom. At the top, draw a short curved line that's made up of short strokes for the feathery base of the leg. Draw the main part of the leg around the guideline. Keep the shape of the leg thin. At the bottom, draw the shapes of the toes around the curved guide. Not all the toes will be visible from this angle. Darken the outer edges of the guides to create the shape of the body. Make the top part more curved for the folded wing that's on the other side of the body. Draw the tail within the rectangular shape on the right side. Add another sloping line to create individual feathers. Make the tips of the feathers pointy. Add a curved line to make the base of the tail wider. Darken the long sloping guide to create the branch that the sparrow is perching on. Draw another sloping line to make the shape of the branch thicker. If you've made it this far, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Now go over the final lines with permanent ink. The next few steps are sped up so that the video isn't too long, but make sure that you go over your final line slowly and carefully to avoid any accidents. When the ink dries, erase all of the guidelines. Now color your drawing. I'm using markers to color, but you can use colored pencils too. Color the underside of the body using different shades of gray. Color using light shades at first and gradually build up to darker shades. Use dark gray for the area around the eyes and under the beak. Color the beak dark gray and black, but leave a few thin sections blank for highlights. Use dark brown to color the eye. Color the back of the head and top part of the body using different shades of brown. Leave a few small sections blank for the white feathers. Add a darker value on the underside of the body to create shadows. Shadows will give the figure more dimension and volume. Add a few spots and stripes on the brown section of the body using dark gray. Color the tail using dark gray too. Add a bit of black to emphasize the spots and stripes. Slowly and gradually add more colors across the body. Color the branch using different shades of brown and a bit of green. If you'd like, you can add a bit of a background using light blue and light gray. Don't overlap the sparrow as you add the background. Go over the final lines with ink again to emphasize the shapes. Coloring can be time-consuming, so be patient and take breaks. Keep coloring until you're happy with the result, and that's it for the sparrow. Remember to pause the video to draw at your own pace. Also, please visit howtodrawanimals.com for more tutorials. That's how, and then the number 2, then drawanimals.com. If you'd like to support my channel, please consider buying my books on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below. Let me know in the comments what birds are common where you live. Don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep drawing.